Here with C.J. Stroud. And C.J., last time I caught up with you, we were in New England. Walk me through this offseason, and what was your mindset heading into this year?
It was really, just get better, focus on the things I can get better at. I always go to scripture, and it was Philippians 3:13 for me. Just forget what's in the past, strive for what's ahead. So that's kind of what I try to do, but learn from it as well. So that was my plan.
I think it's fascinating to think about the idea of a good quarterback getting better, especially in the offseason. So I do want to go back to that New England game because I think a lot of times we can learn more through some struggles than our successes. Was there something you were able to take from that game that you applied this offseason?
Yeah, I just think system things, working, with the O-line on protections, pocket movement, throwing on the run was a big one for that game. So those are all things I attacked in the offseason and, got to go back to LA with my trainers and really, go hard on it. And I really didn't take a break. So right after the game, I probably took like a day off and I flew home and then came and got right back to work.
Talk to me about the mental side. It's such a huge part of playing quarterback is I understand how we can get better physically. Mm-hmm. How do you get better mentally in the offseason when you don't get 7-on-7, you don't get bodies out there every day?
I think you have to challenge yourself, through watching film and talking with coaches over what you can do better. So, and then I think the other side of mentally is like how quick can you forget your failures and how quick can you forget your successes. So that's where my faith kind of comes in. Where like I have an ability to know my purpose is not just football, but it's I'm a son of God first, and then I want to be I'm very competitive. So after that, working hard to get that done. So I think mentally I've taken strides this past season, and in a world full of experts, I think I'm doing pretty well for myself.
Tank Dell, I love watching you guys play together, and I was in Kansas City and saw how much his injury affected you. To see him out at practice today for the first time in pads, how does that galvanize you and this offense?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's just a testament to him and his hard work, a testament to the God we serve. I always try to remind him that, with man, things are impossible. With God, all things are possible. So, he knows how hard it was for him to be able to come back as quick as he has. And for him to do that has just been nothing but faith and just work. So I'm super proud of that guy. I can't wait to get him back on the field. Our chemistry is lights out, so I'm very excited to get him back.
So many people are afraid to talk about their faith, and I know that is something that is so big here in Houston. I was talking to your chaplain. One of the things that's interesting to me on the road is that you guys always walk into praise and worship. How much does that help you guys in the tough times, knowing that you have that type of locker room? And there are so many different religions. It's more about faith, it feels like, down here, faith in something.
Yeah, for us, it's faith in Jesus. And, he's our rock. He's our why. Before anybody ever knew me, he knew me. He knitted me in my mother's womb, just like everybody here. And so we just give him all the glory and all the praise before we even do anything and while we're doing it as well. So, of course, we're not perfect. We don't claim to be perfect, but, we're being healed, day by day. And this team is really close when it comes to, our faith. And DeMeco is somebody who is very vocal about it as well. Will is. And I'm appreciative of God putting me in a place where, football isn't the say-all, be-all. We have something, a purpose greater than just ball. But ball is very important to us as well.
I love that. Now, everybody knows about Nico and that he's the go-to guy, but you're going to have some young guys, whether it's Tank, obviously Jalen coming in. Can you talk to me about how they complement Nico in this offense?
Yeah, I think Nico, of course, is, the one-on-one guy. He can do everything. He can get in the slot, go outside, big playability, big yak ability. And then, the other guys, I think they're very talented. Some guys who played a lot of college ball, played together in college with Hutch and Hig and Jay Noel. And then you got Tank, you got J-Watt coming from a championship mentality. I think he has 3 rings, so he has that mentality and that work ethic. And then also our tight end room, I think we brought in Marlon, rookie from, that team up north. Yep. He's doing very well. Then we got Dalton, of course, our ace at tight end, Cade, Foster. Running backs doing well. So and then my biggest thing is we're tough up front. We got some tough guys, some young guys who are pushing everybody else. Like Keelan's doing great. Wyatt from the Browns got a lot of experience. I can go on and on. Everybody's doing really well. So I'm very excited for the group we have offensively.
Jane was talking about your mentality earlier, and I'm fascinated because obviously you guys have a great defense. But I know you're at your best when you're aggressive. Mm-hmm. How do you talk to the coaches about that balance between being you and being aggressive, but also playing conservative when you need to feed into what your defense does?
Yeah, it was tough for me at first. You know, I come from a background since I was a kid. My coaches always told me you can make every throw on the field. Don't ever doubt yourself. We're rocking with you no matter what. So, you know, things kind of change as you get older. You got to mature and realize you don't always got to be Superman, but make the other guys around you Superman. And, you know, that's something that I'm still learning. And I'm grateful that I have both abilities, and I'm learning how to do both. And I'm just, you know, trying to get better at that.
Not easy.
And it helps that they're actually giving you some pieces to the run game this year. You're getting some receivers back. So you don't have to do everything, and you can choose to be aggressive in some spots and not in others. CJ, so good to see you again. We cheer for you here at the NFL Network, and looking forward to a good season.
Thank you, guys. God bless you.
Well, we are joined by a welcome face, somebody that this fan base knows and was excited to hear you are coming back. You know, I went and looked at this. 2014 first round overall pick. There's only one other guy that's an active player on defense, and that's Khalil Mack. How does it feel to sustain your career, but to come full circle now and be in Houston?
It's a blessing. Oh my God. It's been a ride. It's been a long ride, a long journey, because it started rough for me with the injuries, like I said. And just to be back here in year 13, it's a blessing, man. I'm excited about the opportunity. I come here to work with these guys. DeMeco got a great team put together. You can feel the energy in the building. It's different from when I was here. Oh, man, it's a blessing.
It seems like an obvious question, but I'm going to ask it anyways. Why Houston? I mean, you've been so many different places.
Yeah.
Choices.
I didn't like how I went the first time.
Okay.
And I felt like we had a good team to win when I was here the first time. And I kept watching them after I left, watching DeMeco put this team together. And I was like, I've been living here. My kids go to school here. If I had to pick to come here or somewhere else, I might as well stay home and help the team that I got drafted to. And I was looking forward to this. They got a lot of great players up front. I said if I can get in the mix with that group, it can be special for us this year, and I was looking forward to that.
How do you bring something different? We know the bookends are great pass rushers.
Yeah.
What do you bring that's unique to this defense?
Just my energy and my physicality, and you know, I feel like I'm a very versatile player. I can do it all. So it's like you can line me up anywhere, and you can put us all on the field together. You can put me anywhere, and they know that. So that's what I felt like I was bringing to this team, and get them guys breaks or whatever they need. It's great. It's a better team. You have multiple guys up front that can roll and go in there and no fall off, and you just keep wearing the tackles down and the other guys down.
I'm glad I'm not playing against you.
And it's not a novelty signing to bring you in here. I covered you in Dallas last year. You led the team in tackles. I think a lot of us are scratching our heads wondering why you didn't come back to Dallas. Did you guys talk at all about that?
Oh, man. I was shocked myself. I reached out a few times, was like, hey, what y'all thinking? I think they wanted to go through training camp, and I was like, that ain't my mindset right now. I think I deserve to be signed right after the season was over, I felt like. And when they didn't sign me, I was just like, I'm not going to go far off the play. I'm not going to a team that can't win. I want to go to a team that can win and going to be in position to be in the playoffs come December time. And why not do it here where I started at?
And you get to play Dallas,
here
in a couple of weeks, so I know you're looking forward to that one. What was that call with DeMeco like?
I was just really speaking to him like, hey, I like what you done did with the coach over. I can tell the energy in the locker room from watching you guys on TV. And I was like, hey, I'd like to be a part of that. You know, I'm here. I can help the team. And just reached out to him and that, and he was like, hey, we can work on that. And the next week, he made things happen, got me in the building, and it's been up from here.
I think it's 5 teams in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
How does that help you when you're jumping into a new situation to be able to learn the scheme and be able to play quick?
It's hard. It's very hard, to be honest. Sometimes I go in after camp and getting there week 1, I'm looking across the field, I'm like, hey, the guy telling me to do this or get back, and I'm just, going with the flow. But that's why I wanted to come here early to try to get in the training camp so I can learn the playbook, knock the rust off early instead of knocking off my first 2 games in the season like I did in Dallas and everywhere else I've been. So that was my mindset, and I was already here, like I said, and it's just been an energy thing for me around here that's got me wanting to come here early, the energy and the guys around me. So it's been great.
Sean Pendergrass had my favorite quote of last year, and I used it in one of my live shots. It was, "This is a bunch of velociraptors." To add you to a group that already had 62.5 sacks, 9 guys with a multi-sack game, how good do you think you can be knowing that you don't have to do it all?
Oh man, that's a great thing for me. Like I said, we got great guys up front, man. Not just on the ends. You got guys on the interior, Rankin and Tommy, and them guys can go. The boat continue to go. The motor is up front. That's what we take pride in the D-line here, and they put a lot of pressure on that defensive line. And we don't mind the pressure in that room, man. We know what's at stake, and everybody come to work. Everybody prepare like they all starters. It don't matter who out there. Everybody take their role. As long as I'm out there on the field, I'm going to play like a starter and prepare like one. And I think that's the mindset of this locker room, man, and that's the biggest thing I can tell from being here these few days. And nobody care when they come in. Everybody just want them opportunities and taking advantage of the opportunities and putting themselves in position to make plays. And we just keep working from there. We're going to keep building from that. And I think we're going to be in a position of going to the playoffs later on in the season and make that run.
I love just seeing you back here. Like I said, one of the last times I saw him, guys, we were in the Cowboys locker room, one of the worst years on defense, and he had his hand down. He goes, "I didn't come here for this. Yeah. I knew you were a competitor. You wanted to make an impact. Yeah. Can't wait to see what you do here in Houston."
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.